Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast with your host, Chris. I am that guy who I just said. I'm always that guy. Okay, people? Hi, welcome. This is episode number 151. I'm excited for my guest today. Before I get into that, let's see, what kind of shop talk do I want to talk about? I'll talk about Secret Stage Productions, yeah. Secret Stage Productions, they're my fellow partners in crime, and they have great podcasts, which varies, between topics and gaming and all that good stuff. So head on over to secretstageproductions.com and check them out. And while you're on the internet checking stuff out, my GoFundMe page for my short film is still going on. Just going to throw that out there. And if you want to, throw me a couple bucks, I'd be fine with that. Be happy with that. This year, hopefully, I can get out some more short films for you guys. And, of course, I'll be sending out the links so you can check them out. But, I guess I should talk about my guest for today. My guest is a wonderful singer-songwriter, Amandala, and she has such a great voice, and her new album, Far and Wide, is out right now, and it's a really great listen. The songs are just so full of story, so beautiful. We talked about it in the episode, but one of my favorite songs of hers is called Nothing. I recommend you guys check out the video and get the album because they're both great. And I guess I should stop talking so we can get into this episode, huh? So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. Hello.
Yeah, I was just listening to your other podcasts just to sort of get familiar with the questions you ask and everything. So it looks awesome. I also read about you. I love that turquoise tie you're wearing on the picture. It's like my color. It's very awesome. Very cool.
Thank you. It's I have a pretty big tie collection.
Yes.
So it was hard pinning down just one tie, and I figured because when I showed up to take those photos, there were, there's a lot of dark colors, a lot of oranges, and I just thought a blue, something that color would pop out better.
Yeah, it's my favorite color. It's very beachy, very watery. Yeah, it's very lovely. And you're from Oregon, or you love Oregon, so that makes sense.
Yes. I'm from Oregon, and I bought that tie in Canada.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Well, I'm happy you checked out the show, and I'm happy to chat with you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to chat with you also.
So first off, how's your morning going so far?
No, morning is going great. I'm not so good on Mondays, especially if I had a hectic weekend, but so far it's going great. Yeah, I'm recovering.
There we go.
Yes.
It's not Monday's fault. It gets a bad rap, but unfortunately, everything goes wrong on a Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my morning's been good so far. So thanks for asking.
Yes. Yeah. No problem. So this is a really loose show where I like to just chat and find out more about you. One of the things that I like to ask people is where they found their ability. In your case, when did you know music was something that you could do?
I think, I started violin when I was 6 years old and sang in the choir even before I went to primary school.
Hmm.
So sort of music has always been a part of my life. We had lots of musical instruments at our house. And remember when I was small, we had this organ from my grandma in my house. I couldn't even, touch my feet to the ground. So my sister, I would sit on her lap and she would like pump the organ and then I'll play it, one of these old antique organs. So I think it's just been always part of my life. But I never really consciously thought that I will, be a musician as making a living from it, like actually being a professional musician or wanting to go that path. I always just thought I'll just do it for fun or didn't really thought about it, So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but I love playing and singing, so it's just something that I need to do to stay happy or, content. So it's sort of something that chooses me, I think.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's sometimes it is funny how you don't think this thing that you love is going to be have a huge impact, and then it's just no, you're going to do this. This is going to happen. You're going to do music. It's like okay, great.
Yes, yes. And when growing up in South Africa, you sort of always are programmed, you have to get the big job and you have to
Mm.
pay the bills. So yeah, so I never yeah, I never thought it's going to be this way, but it's wonderful. I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, very
I,
grateful.
right on. I actually, when I went to film school, I actually did go to school with a gentleman. I don't want to say he was from Cape Town, but he was from South Africa,
Yes.
and his father was very much the big businessman, and he was just like, you know what? No, I could do that, but I think I want to do something creative.
Yes, yes.
So.
And sometimes it's hard to get the support from the family, because they're worried about you. And, I had a father that said, it's good, just I studied law, so I did a law degree and
Mm.
I thought I'll, do that. But they just like, Amanda, just make some money and then you can support your hobbies. No, but in the end, I think we end up doing what we love, and it's going to come out anyway. So why not? Why resist it?
There we
Just
go.
the flow. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And so, when did you come to the States?
In 2000
Oh,
we
okay.
moved to the States. Yeah, and then I couldn't work. So I studied lots of yoga. So if I were not doing music, I would probably do yoga professionally, but I do teach. I went to India and studied there, and yeah, did all my training. So yeah, that's the two things that's in my life most prevalently is the music and the yoga.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, did you come to America with music in mind, or you just said, I need to take a vacation, and then you ended up staying?
uh-uh. No, we came to the US because at that time it's called the brain drain. So lots of people were leaving the country just because
Mm.
of crime and stuff. And so I never thought of, what I will do when I, come to the States. I probably thought I'll, you know, work just like a desk job or something like that. So no, I didn't come to the States with music in mind, but luckily for me, I ended up in Seattle where everybody is either a software engineer or a yogi or a musician,
Yeah,
so three.
yeah, they're definitely all three out there.
Or all three. Yeah. So it's a great place to be. I love living in Seattle. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I miss the Pacific Northwest like crazy.
So where are you then now? Where are you living now?
Right now, I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, so you burning out there. It's hot,
It's
very hot.
it's hot and humid. I mean, someone like you coming from South Africa would be like whatever, maybe,
Yeah.
but here it's just I don't like it. I don't like going outside.
Well, you should come back to the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, it's official. I'm coming back now.
Yeah, blame it all on me. Just say, it happened. Today is the day on a Monday morning.
There we go. I'm
Yeah,
coming back on Tuesday.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, we'll match your tie.
There we go.
Good.
And
Yeah.
it's funny because here it's been raining the past couple of days, and growing up, my teen years in Oregon, I love the rain, so I'm very used to it. So seeing people run around on umbrellas when it's sprinkling is very funny to me.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, I'm used to the rain also. It gives you that frizzy hair, so
Yeah.
it's like, okay, whatever, the
Right.
big is coming, so just enjoy.
Right. And
Yeah, it's so funny when I go back now, when I go back to South Africa and it's like a little drizzling and it's like people are like, it's raining.
yeah.
It's like the weather is so terrible, it's raining. We can't go out today. Like really? Yeah, so it's great. So I'll be going back to South Africa, which would be interesting. I just finished an Afrikaans album
Mhm.
that's coming out at the end of the year. It's like I did two albums in 1 year.
Oh,
It's
geez.
just like, yeah, I just roll over. I'm so tired. But so yeah, so I will be going there and promoting that one over there, but also at the same time I'm promoting my English album, The Far and Wide, that
Hmm.
came out in March this year. So
And
yeah.
it's a great. I had the chance to listen to Far and Wide, and it's such a great album.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
You made the effort that you enjoyed it? Oh,
I
good.
did. I mean, smart move putting nothing first because I was just sold with that song. Um, when I listen to music, I listen to a lot of music. I don't want to brag or anything, but
Yeah.
but when music gets me is when it sounds very cinematic,
Yes.
and I can feel a story going through it, and nothing really did that for me. So it was one of those where I stopped it and went back and re-listened to it just because I really enjoyed it.
Oh, Chris, that's nice of you to say that. Thank you. And there's a video out. Have you seen it? It's on YouTube.
I yes.
Yeah, it was so fun shooting that. I know you do short films and, you talk with a lot of actors and things like that. But yeah, that was the first time I was ever on camera. And so it was fun. Some of those things were shot on the green screen. So
Hmm.
it was fun for me. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I love that song too. It's such a deep song. It's just such a, I think it's everybody can relate to it. And I thought I'll put it that first because some of the songs are so heavy
Hmm.
on the album and some are so happy. So I sort of thought, if I put that one first, it will sort of set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it does that perfectly. And can I just say, you have a very beautiful voice. I enjoy listening to
Thank you, Chris. You're
it.
so lovely. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's not everybody likes it, and that's
Wow.
fine. Yeah, but you either like it or you don't, and there we go. So and everybody is supposed to have their own opinion. But yeah, I enjoy singing, so it's not stopping me if I hear people saying, "Well, I don't like your voice," or so I just keep going.
There you go. And I want to touch back to the South African portion of your life. When you first moved here
Yeah.
to America, what was the biggest um, difference that you saw? Like whether it was like a change that you had to get used to or something like that?
Yes. I think the biggest thing that um, I saw is just the quality of life,
Mm.
and then that everybody has, if it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you still have more or less a good quality of life, like you're taken care of. And sort of if you just make a little effort, then you can eat and you'll have, a house to live in or an apartment that you can rent. Where in South Africa, there's just so much poverty,
Mm.
so you see that you are in a third world country with some first world in it when you're in South Africa. And in America, you can definitely feel, it felt for me like, wow, this is what a first world country feels like and looks like. So I think that was the biggest observation And then, yeah, just the people is just so wonderful and so accepting of different cultures. And they were so inquisitive to find out about my life and about South Africa. So I just felt very supported when I came here, and I did volunteer work at a hospital's a health and well-being center. Because at that time we were very poor, so they gave us like meal tickets to eat.
Hmm.
And yeah, people were just great. They would bring us our leftovers and stuff like that. So that's how we started out. And so it's really that American dream. Like if you put your mind to something, you can, really create. The opportunities are here.
Hmm.
And people have freedom to do their art and to be the way they want to be. And I think that's great, and that makes America so great. So yeah, and safe, very
Hmm.
safe. Yeah. And not so safe at that time when I left in South Africa. Not very safe.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That I being in America, I've always felt pretty safe, but I can't imagine what it's like being literally having to leave your home because you feel unsafe.
Yes, yes. Or, you're a victim of crime or
Yeah.
things like that. So, and I don't really, I want to live in so many parts of the world still and really travel. I've traveled so much in my life. It's one thing that is like at the top of my list is to be and see and live in so many countries as possible. I also lived in the UK,
Mm.
in London, and traveled Europe and Asia, and but I want to travel more because I just feel like every place should feel like home. Like there's something that you can connect with. We're all the same. So I really like that. I really like diversity and that feeling of unity while you're in a place where you not really belong. To feel that belonging. So I really like that.
And if you could travel to a place right now, where would you go?
I think the Reunion Islands.
Okay.
It's a French owned island, and it's close to Mauritius. So I want to go there because I think there's just great hiking and swimming. I'm a very water person. I love water things. So
Hmm.
I think that's my next destination that I would really like to go to. Yeah.
Okay. Right on. And I was just wondering if is there a South African word that you wish like you could use in America and Americans would understand you if you were to use it?
Yeah, well, they always make fun of my yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's like yes. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I say it's funny. And then the other thing that we also do is this ugh, it's like sighing.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and people think you're cleaning your throat, but you're actually just sighing like ugh, it's like, oh, come on. Yeah. So, so yeah, no, I think I'm teaching my friends all the terrible swear words because, of course
uh,
they want to learn that first, being rock and roll, how they can speak in Afrikaans.
if you're an adult learning a new language, for sure, the swear words are the first words you have to learn.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's just natural.
Yes. Yes. And the Afrikaans is so guttural. It's just so close to Dutch or Flemish. So it just sounds better if you swear in your own language.
There you go.
Yeah.
Back to the album, Far and Wide. Was there a song on the album that was harder to write, either lyrically or musically?
Well, the album is such a collaboration because I co-wrote it with Jonathan Plum, who's the co-owner of London Bridge Studios here in Seattle.
Hmm.
So I reached out to him and I made two previous albums. I sent him all my music. Then he took 5 songs of the Far and Wide album, is old songs that I had on my previous two albums that we redid. So he produced it and we created something totally new. And then the other 5 songs to make 10 songs on the album is sketches that he sent me. That he would maybe play some acoustic guitar or had like a bass line or something. And then I would write a melody on top of that, and of course write all the lyrics. So it was a very good 50-50 collaboration of old and new music coming together. So yeah, so it was I wrote, but I had help, So this is the first time I actually wrote with somebody. And I think it was very good because it took me in a different direction of where I would probably normally go if it was just me. And the same for him. So it was a very interesting journey, and we took a year, Chris, to make this. It was a long journey. It was great, Yeah. And I could work with at London Bridge. It's a beautiful studio, and yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
Well, good. Now, when you're playing live, is there, you like all your songs? Is there one song in particular that you look forward to playing in front of people or
Yeah,
singing?
I think the one I like the most is probably Urgency,
Mm-hmm.
because it has that ending that's very sort of classical sounding, a little artistic, and then also In a Lover's Dream. Because remind me of when I wrote In a Lover's Dream, it reminded me a lot of The Cure, To Wish Impossible Things from the Wish album. So I was going for that very watery sound.
Uh-huh.
So those two songs, I think my two favorites to play out, In a Lover's Dream and Urgency.
Okay, cool. And so another random question popped in my head. Is there ever a moment when you forget a lyric while you're singing?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, but I try to save the moments. I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's nervousness or I think, maybe I'm thinking about what I'm playing and then I forget the lyrics. But, never when I stop singing. I just always will fill it up with something, whatever.
There you go.
But that do happen. Yeah. Interesting that you asked that.
Because I just watched a concert DVD the other day, and I was just thinking about all the shows this band plays, and I go, I wonder how many of those shows something wrong happens on their end. Because I mean, I never see that, and if I was at a concert, I probably wouldn't even notice it because I'm having too much fun. So
Yes. Yes. No, it does happen to me. So, yes.
there you go. And so for the people at home who would like to stay connected with you online and pick up the album, where can they do that?
CD Baby, they can or go to my website. So it's Amanda Lamprecht or amandalamprecht.com, and that's LAMPRECHT for Lamprecht. Or they can even go to Amandala or amandalamusic.com. So that's my two websites, which leads you to the same page, but that's the URL. And then they can get the album from the website or just find it even at Amazon. They have it. So or CD Baby. So it is available online, and it's even available just to listen to it, before you want to purchase it. So it is on the internet. So yeah, I decided to call myself Amanda La because Lamprecht is so difficult to say.
Right.
So the LA comes from Lamprecht, which is my surname. So it's Amanda La. And I like it. It sounds like Mandela or
Yeah.
Mandala, So I think, it's just interesting because people pronounce it all weird ways. And I'm thinking, oh my golly, maybe I should have picked another name. But, now it's done now, I have to stick with it.
Yeah, you're not Puff Daddy. You can't just change your name like that.
Uh,
When you reach Puff Daddy level, then you can change it.
Oh, Chris, when I reach Puff Daddy level, we will have to talk again.
Yes, that's when you'll have your own alcoholic beverage.
Absolutely, and I'll fund all your short films.
Oh, okay, all right, done and done.
Yeah, you've got it now. You've got this in the recording.
Yes,
So
it's official.
it's official, man. You got me.
Well, because when it comes to people's names, ever since I started doing the podcast, I've become very afraid of pronouncing someone's name wrong. So when I saw your name, I was like, okay, Amandala. I hope I'm saying that right.
That's right.
And then so that's why I get the the person I'm interviewing to say their name first. So then I say, okay. So there's no confusion on my end.
Smart move, Chris.
Thank
Very
you.
smart move. Yeah.
Thank
No.
you. Don't tell anyone though, because
Tell her. Yeah, yeah.
I
What
don't
do you?
want I don't want people to know I'm smart.
Oh my golly, that's the same as when we forget people's names. You remember their face, and you just like, what is this person's name again? Oh, because I teach so much yoga. I have so many yoga students, and
Right.
you know, I don't remember their names. I'm terrible, but I'm just not good with names. Period.
Yeah.
So it's bad. You just wish for that moment they would tell you what their name is again.
See, that's when I just say dude. Everyone's dude to me.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I mean,
Very
it's
good.
very American, but it works.
I like it. Very
There
cool. Hey, dude.
we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Yeah.
And if
Very
they're
laid back, yeah.
if they're ladies, they're still dudes or dudettes.
Oh, in the music business, they must be dudes,
Okay, yeah.
like just be one of the guys. There's not so many of us.
There you go.
Yeah, I just find there's lots of men in the music industry. So it's so nice if I do, meet other, you know, girls that does music. We always like stick together. So
There you
that's
go.
fun.
There you go. Well, I
Yeah.
talk to a lot of female musicians, so you're not alone.
Yes, no, that's good. That's good. Sometimes I feel a little alone, but that's okay. I like just being one of the guys too. Yeah, that's fun. You know.
Yeah. So Amandala, I feel like I have to let you go and do some more awesome things. I don't know what you're gonna do. Maybe write, maybe sleep. Either or, you're gonna be the
Eat.
best at it.
Eat
Eat.
is good. Eat.
Eat.
Yeah.
Oh, what do
Yeah.
you? Okay. What are you thinking about eating?
Right now,
Yes.
I think I'm gonna have some French muesli.
Okay. Muesli.
Yeah, that's gonna be my breakfast, I
Okay.
think. Yes. So we have Indian leftovers, but I ate so much Indian food last night, it's coming out the pores of my skin. I, so I just wanna like eat something like that doesn't have any flavor this morning.
Yeah. Just cleanse the palate, clear it out.
Yes,
I
yes.
get
Try
you.
not to go into public too much today. People
Yeah.
are, yeah,
I hear. Well,
losing Indian food.
well, I enjoy your muesli and continue
What are
what
you
you're
gonna
doing.
have? You gonna have a snack too?
No, I'm drinking water.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I have a couple more interviews today, so when that happens, I just drink water.
Oh, Chris, well, it was really great talking with you, and thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, and absolutely lovely chatting with you. And whenever you want to come back on, just say the word. All right.
Okay, and you must have a stunning rest of your day. And thank you again for giving the Nothing a listen and the album. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely happy to do so.
Okay, have a
Uh,
great afternoon.
you too. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.